Traveling would be the last thing that would be on anyone's mind right now. But according to the top government sources, commercial flight operations are set to resume after the lockdown ends on the 17th of May. Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today I'd like to just share some information regarding the flight operations out of New Delhi. So I've been doing a little bit of research on what the travel industry is going to look like post the lockdown. There's a lot of uncertainty that is surrounding the airline and the travel industry, and no one knows what's going to happen after the lockdown restrictions are lifted. So here's a look at what the possible exit strategy would be adopted by the airport authorities and the airlines. All airlines will operate out of T3, which is Terminal 3 of New Delhi. Self-check-in machines are to be used instead of the check-in counters. There will be check-in bays which will be allocated to airlines to avoid overcrowding and coming in close contact with each other. As we all know that the minimum distance that we have to maintain is 6 feet. The other thing would be the check-in bays that will be allocated to all airlines, and that will also ensure that there is no overcrowding by the travelers. According to the plan, the airport will be keeping all food, beverage and retail shops open for the convenience of the passengers. What they don't want is that people coming in and not finding the convenience services. Also, that will add to confusion and chaos. So for that, they are going to be keeping everything open as usual in the airport. The other thing they would be using is the ultraviolet disinfection tunnels, which will screen and disinfect all the incoming baggage. Now let's move on to the movement of passengers. So passengers for Indigo and Vistara Airlines will enter from gate number 1 and 2, and also will use check-in rows A, B and C. Passengers for Air Asia and Air India will enter from gate number 3 and 4 and will be using check-in rows D, E and F. Passengers for SpiceJet and Go Air will be using gate number 5 and will be using the check-in rows of G and H. Inputs from the top sources have also indicated that the international flight operations will also be resumed sometime in the near future, but it is still unclear whether this will happen right after the 17th of May or will there be another extension given to the international airlines. But as of now, the plan says that the international airlines will be using gates 6, 7 and 8. But the check-in will not be a self-check-in mode, but it will be done by the airline staff. So cabin luggage would not be allowed on any flights, and only one checked-in luggage of 20 kilos would be allowed per passenger. People above the age of 80 would not be allowed to fly. You would also need to have the Arogya Setu app pre-installed on your mobile phone before being allowed to enter the airport, and only if you have the green status would you be allowed inside. It would be mandatory for you to complete the web check-in at home and only go to the airport once it has been completed. Otherwise, if you reach the airport and your web check-in is not done, you'll be turned back. The check-in gates will be open 3 hours prior to departure and will close 60 to 75 minutes before the scheduled departure time. There will be sufficient PPE kits that will be provided on all flights in case there is a need for the airline crew to handle any of the passengers who develop symptoms, so they can wear those PPE kits. The other thing is that there will not be any food served on any flights. You would only get water. That also on the in the gallery. The crew would not be coming to your seat and serving you water. Also, you would need to have your body temperature scanned at least 2 locations before being allowed to enter the aircraft. The last 3 rows will also be kept vacant on each flight, and in case there is a need to shift any passengers who develop symptoms during the flight will be kept in isolation. There was a lot of talk around this, keeping the middle seat empty for maintaining the social distancing. and a lot of people are talking about it, that whether or not this will be seen in times to come. But as of now, it has not been included in the SOP, so it would be some time before we see the middle seat being kept empty coming into practice. According to the report, this first phase of beginning the air travel is only for stranded passengers who were stuck in different cities and now need to get back to their hometowns. So this is not really a full-fledged travel plan that the aviation ministry has come up with. It's only, I think, to help people who are stranded get back to their hometowns. Once the operations resume, obviously there will be a lot of chaos and uncertainty at the airports. So it's always advisable to let things settle down a bit, and also get the systems get more streamlined, because you don't want to reach the airport and find yourself in awkward situation. And also it's very risky, because there'll be a lot of people, you'll be touching things, you'll be coming in contact with other people who you don't know what their history is like and everything. So I would suggest just wait if possible. So guys, if you found this video useful, do make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you've made it till here, I really appreciate your time. Do give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video very soon. Till then, take care and goodbye.